everyone, I've got a feel-good story today. It's about two standout players. It's about Caitlin Clark. It's also about Sophie Cunningham. They're teammates now on the Indiana Fever. They're close now too. They play for Coach Stephanie White. They put in work every day. They're chasing big goals. It really started on January 31st, 2025. Sophie came to Indiana through a 4-team trade. She grabbed her things and headed north. She walked into a new city and a new team. She saw Caitlin up close for the first time. Caitlin smiled and gave a quiet hello. They shook hands and both looked a little shy. It felt exciting right away. It felt like something new was beginning. Felt like the start of a real connection. Felt like the start of trust. In the locker room, they traded water bottles. They shared snacks from back home. They talked about their college years. They talked about what they wanted this season to be. They laughed at little jokes. They gave quick back taps. They picked up each other's habits fast. Sophie once said, "I just think she's had a lot of pressure put on her shoulders. A lot of people haven't walked in her footsteps." She also said, "We have to be there for each other." They promised to always lift one another. Online, they started teasing each other. Caitlin posted a picture of Sophie's new hair. She added a playful caption to mess with her. Sophie fired right back with a quick reply. They smiled about it on the bench. Fans loved the back and forth. Fans could see the friendship building. Fans could feel the fun when they played. Fans said the energy looked real on a big night. Fans hyped them up. People called them a crazy duo. They got loud when Sophie hit a huge three. They got loud when Caitlin threw a perfect pass. They hugged in the huddle under the lights. They ran back on defense smiling. They talked about making more big moments. Their connection got better with every pass. They knew this could be special. In another game, Sophie stood up for Caitlin. She grabbed an opponent who had poked Caitlin in the eye. Sophie got tossed for going too far while defending her. The clip spread everywhere online. Fans started buying more of Sophie's jerseys. Fans praised her for having Caitlin's back. People called it real loyalty. People said it looked like family. People saw two stars looking out for each other. People saw a friendship that stood out. Away from the arena, they eat together. They check out new spots around Indiana. They laugh at videos on their phones. They stay up talking. They talk about chasing a championship. They talk about setting more records. They talk about pushing each other to improve. They talk about doing something big together. They feel lucky they ended up on the same team. They feel like this is only the beginning. This is a special story. In this video, we'll watch more games. We'll catch more laughs. We'll see more teamwork. We'll see more moments click. We'll see more support. We'll see more smiles. They started to click on the court. They learned how to play off each other. They found a rhythm together. In early February, they trained in the team gym. They dribbled and moved the ball in sync. They ran the floor next to each other. They worked through pick and roll decisions. They picked up each other's tendencies. Caitlin noticed how Sophie set pocket screens. Sophie noticed how Caitlin finds space fast. They earned trust on every rep. They shared grins after clean passes. Their first preseason game arrived in early May. They felt nerves but also confidence. They ran out onto the floor. They heard the crowd get loud. They heard Indiana fans bring the noise. They spotted family and friends. They looked at each other and nodded. They knew they were covered either way. Building trust felt natural. They scored the first points as a pair. Caitlin hit Sophie on the wing. Sophie drilled a three with steady focus. They hugged right after it dropped. They felt real joy. They felt like that moment meant something. In mid-May, they took a rough loss. They sat together on the bench. They talked through what went wrong. They said they would fix it. They said they would get better. They said they would stick together. By June, they felt more locked in. Their in-game timing kept improving. They kept sharing smiles and quick huddles. They filled lanes on fast breaks. Sophie picked off a pass and hit Caitlin on the trail. Caitlin finished strong at the basket. They high-fived before the next play. They felt good about how they were building. Coach praised their chemistry. They were proud of each other. They visited a children's hospital one afternoon. They showed up with big smiles. They sat with kids and talked. They signed autographs. They laughed with young fans. Brought them closer. It reminded them why it matters. It made them feel like the work is bigger than wins. On a road trip, they stayed in the same hotel room. They ordered late-night pizza. They joked about random stuff. They played cards on the bed. They laughed until it hurt. They talked about where they come from. They talked about life outside basketball. They promised they'd stay close no matter what. They did a podcast together one afternoon. They laughed live on air. They talked up each other's strengths. They kept saying trust and teamwork matter. They smiled at fans online. They were happy to tell the story. They played a rival known for defense. The game felt tight. Sophie had to face her old team. Caitlin worked for space against tough coverage. They battled for every bucket. They hugged after big plays. They leaned on their bond. They won by 2 points. In another tough game, Sophie took a hard hit. Caitlin reacted right away. She ran over worried. She helped Sophie up. She hugged her tight. She stayed close. She said calming words. Sophie nodded through it. She smiled and said, "I'm okay." They got back to it together. As the season went on, they got even closer. They kept each other upbeat. They joked during hard stretches. They celebrated every win. They stayed together after losses. They made memories that will stick. They built a real sisterhood. They found laughs inside the grind. After a win, they sat in the locker room. They pressed cold towels to their necks. They talked about the next game. They talked about the playoffs. They talked about growth and belief. They talked about always showing up. Their bond felt solid. Their friendship felt real. In mid-June, it showed on the court. On June 14th, they stood together at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Caitlin had just come back from a leg injury. Sophie had been steady on defense. The Fever played the New York Liberty that night. The building was loud. Fans reacted to every pass. Caitlin hit a three calmly. Sophie answered with her own three. Together, they helped the team make 17 threes. It became a new Fever record. They hugged under the lights. Their smiles filled the arena. In early March, Sophie showed her heart again. On March 15th, the Fever played the Connecticut Sun. The game was intense and close. A Sun player poked Caitlin in the eye. Sophie saw it right away. She rushed in fast. She grabbed the player's wrist and pulled her back. The ref stepped in. Sophie got called for it and was ejected for going over the line. The internet went off. Fans called her the enforcer. Jerseys sold fast within hours. People praised her courage and loyalty. In late April, after a big win over the Atlanta Dream, the team said the mood was electric. Sophie had 16 points and 10 rebounds. The team shared a highlight clip online. Caitlin wrote one word in the caption, "Dog." Fans took it as love and respect. People laughed and tagged friends. They felt how close the two were. The post spread everywhere. That one word pulled fans deeper into the story. It showed how tight they had become. In late June, Sophie showed up with a fun outfit before a big game. Before a matchup with the Las Vegas Aces, she wore a top with herself, Caitlin, and Lexi, plus the words Tres Leches. Fans said it was bold and funny. They said it showed her connection with Caitlin. Photos kept popping up of them laughing together. Many called it the best pregame look they had seen. The shirt turned into a sign of their friendship on and off the court. In July, Caitlin hit another challenge. A nagging groin issue kept her out. Coach said she was day-to-day. She missed the three-point contest in the All-Star game. Coach Stephanie White said the team would rally, and Sophie would lead while Caitlin rested. Sophie stayed close on the sideline. She cheered loud for Caitlin. She held up a sign for her. She carried her water and helped out. She said she was proud of Caitlin. One day in practice, the team posted a funny running photo of Sophie. Her hair looked wild. Caitlin saw it online. She tagged Sophie and wrote, "Love this hairstyle." It was a joke shared with a smile. Sophie laughed out loud. She replied with a cute emoji. Fans watched the playful comments on Instagram. They sent hearts and claps. The quick joke filled the replies. It gave people a laugh during a rough stretch. It showed that even big stars can joke like normal friends. This summer was tough in games. Caitlin dealt with the groin strain. She missed 4 games in July. Sophie stepped in without hesitation. She scored 21 points against Chicago on July 5th. She added 9 rebounds. The Fever won 96-90. Fans loved her fearless style. Away from games, they stayed close. Sophie brought Caitlin to team dinners. They made pasta with veteran guards. They talked about life outside hoops. They shared family stories. They laughed about college moments. They kept talking about winning together. Their sisterhood felt real. In late June, the Fever shared plans for a new practice facility. It is set to open by 2027 near Gainbridge Fieldhouse. It will have 108,000 square feet for training. Sophie and Caitlin went to the ribbon cutting. They posed for pictures under bright lights. They talked about growth and helping the community. They felt proud of the direction of the team. Caitlin became an all-star co-captain in July. She broke the fan vote record with over 1.29 million votes. Sophie stood next to her on stage. They waved to the crowd. They felt that moment together. They knew how far they had come. Fans on TikTok and Instagram loved their jokes. A clip of Sophie teasing Caitlin about missed free throws blew up. Caitlin laughed and teased her back. The video hit millions of views fast. Fans flooded the comments with hearts and cheers. People said they felt like true best friends. Now they're chasing the playoffs as the season moves forward. They keep working hard. They study film late. They push each other to level up. They fight through injuries and doubt. They celebrate wins and learn from losses. They think a title could be next. They trust each other fully. If you like this video, please hit thumbs up, share, comment, and subscribe for more.